All right, so this is our October 1st, 2019, you guys. Holy crap. This is our weekly call. I'm so excited about this one. It's all about Instagram. But before we get into that, you guys, we are going to go over just a little bit of announcements real quick, okay? So let me screen share. Okay, here we go. So before I ever go through like our leaders and stuff for September, you guys, I first want to tell you guys, hopefully you saw in our new and improved important team predictive group, I know that's a mouthful. As of right now, we've decided to move the new coach training that usually is every 2 weeks into a unit. We noticed that people are wanting to get through the content faster and not as interactive in the group, so we thought, you know what, let's make it simpler, allow people to get in. So if you go in the new and improved group and you click units, all of it's right there. So when you sign up a new coach and you add them into the new and improved important team addicted group, you can just tag them, you guys. Tag them in the comments of this new coach mentorship. We just set it up on Friday, but they can go through everything right here, you guys. It won't take them long at all. All right, and they can get up and off the ground and going. We're also doing our new coach mentorship calls just once a month. Okay, so we would do our new coach mentorship kickoff call the first Monday of every month, or the first Tuesday of every month. Uh-oh, I hear someone unmuted. Let's see. Okay, the first Monday of every month. Oh my God, first Tuesday, sorry you guys, first Tuesday of every month, so I just did it. And then the third Tuesday of every month, we will do our 24-hour push to Emerald, okay? So the same thing for November and December. January, we'll look at how things are going and see if we need to adjust, okay? The other thing, you guys, is that I had my amazing assistant create this really cool sheet. Is it gonna pop up? Let's see. It's called the Helping Change 20 Lives. I should have pulled this up, I'm sorry guys, but I'll post it in the team group. But it's just a sheet, and I talked about it in my live, that gives you a chance to help. There we go, 20 people, okay? So isn't that beautiful, you guys? I didn't create it, I have an awesome assistant. So basically what I want you to do is focus on helping people. Don't get so laser focused in on challenge packs, you guys. Focus on helping people. What can I help you with? Maybe you're gonna benefit from 3-day refresh. Maybe you're gonna benefit from hydrate. Maybe you're gonna benefit from energize. Maybe it's a current customer that just needs to get back on Shakeology, okay? Focus on helping people. So let's see how fast we can fill that up, 20 lives. How amazing would that be if you get through 20 lives, you know, in October, 20 in November, 20 in December, or more than that, you guys, okay? So this will be, the PDF will be added into the file section of the new and improved important team but addicted group after this call, okay? I will make sure that you are able to grab it, download it, start doing that. Then every single month, I will do a post asking you to drop your picture below, and I will do shout outs for the people who do the most, okay? All right, last but not least, before we go through the leaders, is I will be announcing, I was typing it up right now, our team retreat, okay? So I have it all typed up. We're gonna be sharing it. Kirk just booked the house. We're ready to go. No babies. I'm not pregnant anymore, so we're gonna be doing some real fun stuff, okay? So make sure that you check out that, guys. It is limited. We're gonna have about 16 spots available. It's first come, first serve, okay? It's for the entire downline. So make sure you check out what the requirements are. Make sure you have your mindset on what requirements you're going to go for, and just go for it, you guys. All right, so let's go through. So top Success Club earners for the month of September. We got Britt, we have Janelle, Brandy, and myself for Success Club earners. Now, if you earned points around this and you're like, wait, I don't have my face on there, we don't have updated numbers. Okay, so make sure that you let me know so I can shout you out next week. We will be doing October stuff, but if I miss someone for September, I will definitely shout you out. You have to let me know though, okay? Top recruiters, same thing. If you are not voting on that poll every single week for how many coaches you're signing up in your ranks, guys, we don't know. So make sure that you are voting on that poll that goes up in the new and improved, oh my God, I can't say it, the team group, okay? It's in the announcements every single Thursday, okay? So make sure that you're voting on that so we have your updated information. And then rank advancements, we've done these before, but we have all of our new emeralds, our rubies, and our diamonds for the month of September. Now, next week, this completely starts over, okay? So you will not have the September people on there. It's gonna be everyone in October. So if you've not hit emerald, you haven't hit ruby, you haven't hit diamond, you haven't hit a new rank, go for it in the month of October so we can shout you out, okay? And if you start qualifying for a Star Diamond goal or higher, we will also be shouting you out during your 5-week period, okay? All right, guys, I think that's it. That was like a mouthful. I'm gonna hand it over to Britt.
All right. Just have to say, Team FHK, I'm so proud of you. So many of you up on that leaderboard. So I am so excited for tonight. She is just a cool human. Like, I just love her. She's definitely like someone that I can just envision us having coffee for hours. Emily and I have been working together on my Instagram we're going into our 3rd month, and she has taught me so incredibly much, and just also like confirmed things that I was already doing in my Instagram that were going well, or how to enhance them. So she is the founder of Be Social Consulting. She started in 2018 as a simple Instagram story, and now she's a full service social media training and consulting business. She is a mom of 2. Much like us, her husband is a workaholic. He works hard. They're an awesome team. I love watching them on their stories. And she was also a former kindergarten teacher. So she's been in our shoes of entrepreneurship, and she is just here to take this passion of hers and help other people find theirs and be able to share their story on Instagram. So she's super patient. She is funny, and she just keeps things concise and simple and powerful. So Emily, it is all yours. Grab your pen and paper.
Man, that was a nice little intro, Britt. Thank you. Well, thank you for having me. First and foremost, I love Beachbody. I was a Beachbody coach. I still use the programs. I love the products. I still do videos, and people love videos. So if you're not showing the videos of your workouts every day, keep showing it. Like, just keep doing it. People love seeing it. It has nothing to do with my business. People are like, what are you doing? I'm still selling out bods, and I'm a discount coach. So there's your little tip right there. If you're not posting, and this, I'll get to this, but don't care about what other people think about that. It's great accountability for yourself, and it's just a great way to showcase like different things that you're doing, the different programs. People, like, it's a visual platform. So the more video that you have of people doing it and being like, dang, she's really going after it, like, that motivates people to want to do it with you. It breaks down the barrier wall. So if you're not sharing that stuff, definitely share it. Okay, I'm going to try to keep the chat open. I'm going to move to a slideshow after I go through a pep talk. But if you have questions, put them in the chat and I'll try to answer them. And then maybe I'll just do a Q&A, or should we just do a Q&A after? It's kind of nice for you to pop in and ask questions. So if I can catch them, great. Just know that I will answer everyone's questions. I'm an open book. Brittany will tell you, like, send me a DM after this call and be like, what was that thing you did? Why are you doing this? And I will tell you all the things. So I am your girl. So I have 2 kinds of clients. I have clients that know exactly what they're supposed to say, but they're too scared to say it. They're afraid that they're going to get judged for it. And then I have clients who don't know what to say, but they'll say anything, and it's great. But I really like talking to people who are worried about judgment of others, because here's the deal. People are going to find you annoying. I'm just going to say it. It doesn't matter what you do. If you have kids, you're the worst. Don't show your kids. I can't believe she's showing her kids. It's the worst. If you show your food, get out of here. That's the worst as well. Like, you're the worst. So you're already the worst. Show it anyway. Make some money. Build a business. Like, connect with people who need it. So if you're thinking about the 99 people that are rolling their eyes, and instead of thinking about that one person that is going to be like, oh my gosh, that I need this, think about the one and not the 99. So just assume everyone's going to roll their eyes. They just do. Everyone does. So if you are holding back sharing about any part, some people don't like to share their fitness videos. Some people don't like to share their personal stuff. Who wants to hear about that? Someone does. And what I found when I was a Beachbody coach was I was really scared too. And I was worried, and it's an MLM, it's a pyramid scheme, blah, 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 all the things. And when I came out and said it, they were like, I had so many people come to me and say, oh, you're doing this. Okay, I've been hearing about it, but I was waiting till I trusted someone before I asked or signed up or did anything. You'll tell me the real deal, Emily. What's the deal? And I'm like, let's go. It's amazing. I'll walk you through everything. So know that if you're holding back sharing some part of this, whatever you're doing, part of the fitness or your personal journey, or if you're scared to talk about the business opportunity, like, just do it. Like, it's so many people just think in their heads that everyone's so worried about, what they come off as, and oh my gosh, that fitness girl, like, whatever, you're the fitness girl, like, just own it. Just be like, yeah, I work out. Sorry, I'm healthy. It's like you just gotta like push past those judgments and just get going, get to work. We don't have time for that. You gotta remind people every day what you do, or they will forget. And you think, oh my gosh, I have to talk about the program again today. Tanya, sorry if there's a Tanya on here. Tanya, she'll see that I'm talking about it again. And then we don't care about Tanya. 4% of people see your post. 4% of the people who are following you see your posts. So you got to talk about it a lot. Also, think about all the stuff we forget every day. So many things. So you have to continue to remind people what you do so that they remember that you do it. And you don't have to be like, I'm a Beachbody coach, like every day. It can be more subtle. It can be more, not as in your face. Just enter it. Here's my drink that I'm drinking before. It's magical, whatever. Simply going and doing your daily routine that I know you all do, that reminds people what you do. Now, we want to show some other stuff because this platform is meant for entertainment. It is not created for selling. It is not created for businesses. So the more you think about your social media marketing as kind of like entertainment, the better, and the more, it's kind of the more pressure just gets off of your shoulders, because you're like, oh, I'm just supposed to entertain. Like, I show my sons a lot. I do music videos of me singing and dancing. I share recipes. I do my fitness. I do my Trader Joe's haul. People love it. And then they're like, man, everything but the bagel seasoning. I bought that at the store because of you. Can you help me with your social media? And I'm like, sure. Like, you never know what people will connect to. That's why stories are so phenomenal, because you can just share all of your life and all your little day-to-day, like, silly nuances, and you'll be like blown away by the engagement you'll get off of like one silly thing. My business partner, Shannon, she's in DC, and she shares all of her oat milk lattes wherever she can find it in DC. And people are obsessed with her and tag her in oat milk latte stuff all the time. Whenever anyone uses Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning, I'm tagged in it. So like, think outside, like, just, you don't need to be like, I have to get on stories today. Just go, just do it. It's the less you think about it, the better it is. If you have a blooper, leave it. That is the most relatable stuff ever. If you mess up on a word, like what? I love bloopers. Everyone loves that. And it makes you relatable. It's funny. It's entertaining. All right. Sorry. I get excited when I talk about this. Instagram is 100% visual. So having really good images on your posts is important. Now, do I think that you guys need to have professional photographers follow you around? No. I can just stand my phone up on this weird thing that I have. This is my playroom, by the way. This is the playroom. It's really messy, but like, say I need to take a picture of myself. Prop it up right here. This is a great little photo stand. Didn't have to buy anything from Amazon. You put on that self timer, bada bing, bada boom. You use apps. I have a lot of apps that I love to use to make pictures look professional, but they're not. Tezza is my favorite. Tezza. I like to use, I think Yum and Pop are my 2 favorite filters. Visco is great, VSCO, another great app. You don't have to have it be a perfect photo, but you kind of need to spend some time making it look nicer, well lit. Stories, you do those in the dark. Who cares? People are like, they don't care. They just want to see video. They want to hear you talk. They want to see your face. And if you are someone who is so uncomfortable with stories, start with showing your feet walking into the coffee shop, your favorite restaurant you're going to, all of your meals, all of the food. People need help. And also, everybody eats. So food and drink is the easiest thing to put on your stories ever. Everyone is eating and drinking, and they want all the tips, and they want to know what you're doing. So if you're not sharing your food and what you're drinking every day, another thing of water down. Oh, that reminds me, I need to drink water. Like, you forget all the ways that you can inspire people on a daily basis just by doing what you guys already do. Oh no, I haven't even looked at the chat. So true. Okay, good. Love you already. Oh my gosh, I love you guys too. Okay, writing down. You're already the worst. Do it anyway. Yep. There you go. Okay, talking to you. Great, great, great. Okay. Oh, good. Everyone's just great. Okay, this is perfect. All right. So perfection isn't cool anymore. Isn't that great? Oh, thank goodness. Woohoo! The more, like, the less my hair is washed, the more successful my business is. I can't like prove it with facts, but it's just true. Like I don't think I have a scale, but I think the more I show up like I mean, I have sweatpants on for this very serious business call, but you don't see them. But like, the more I share just me being me and just all the disaster and mess, the more relatable it is. And I would think of like your favorite people, your go-to people that you love to, if you have other MLMs you purchase from, like, they're like you, they're relatable, like you, and so that's what you want to give off, that vibe of like, I'm relatable, because people are so nervous to reach out to you. You need to break down all those walls, because if you're posting perfect fitness videos of you doing the perfect push-ups for the whole 15 seconds, I would much more rather see someone at the end doing like, 10 seconds of the push-up and then modifying it on their knees. I would be like, that's my girl. Like, that's me. I can't do the full minute, Autumn, of push-ups. Why do you always have them in there? So I think the more real and raw you share with everything, the more you break down those barriers. All right, so your Instagram bio. This is a big one. I'm going to share my screen and show this. Let's see if I can find it. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed by all of the things that I have on my screen. Okay. I always have so many technical issues, and I didn't this time. That's for me. All right, this is called Do This, Not That. It's going to be a little harsh, but I promise it'll help you. So don't think that you're like, oh, I've been doing it wrong all the time. It's just you're learning this. Nobody knows what they're doing, and I just figured it out a month before you did, okay? It's nothing special. All right, so I had to highlight Britt on this because she's my girl. So post adding value. Don't just post to post. Post to provide value. Share something vulnerable, help your audience get to know you, highlight a product, invite people to the business opportunity. It's better to wait until you have something substantial than to just throw something up there because you know you have to post. Believe me. I'm going to tell you something. Brace yourselves. You only need to post 4 times a week. Okay? Just telling you. Now, there's a little side note to this. If you throw up something and you get crickets, let's post again tomorrow. Like, let's do that. If you post like the most amazing 5-ingredient recipe for this, oh, that's not even impressive. A 3-ingredient recipe, the healthy for this, and I mean, people are going bananas, you'll leave that for days. I mean, you just leave it rolling, because when you have a great post and you're like, oh, it's the next day I have to post, it cuts off that awesome post that could be still going, and you get a break. Stories is where you got to show up daily. Engaging is something that you have to do daily. Posting, you don't. So what I want you to do is to look at the insights. If you have a business profile, you'll be able to do this. If not, just look through your post and keep track maybe from now on what days people are like really active. Typically, which this is just from working with a lot of people are go-getters on Monday. Sunday afternoons is when people are like, oh, I want to, escape reality. I have to work tomorrow. So they start going back to social media after being off of it for the weekend. Sunday afternoon is a great time to post on Sundays. Monday morning, people are ready for motivation. That is great to give motivational quotes. Quotes are amazing. They save you a photo. You don't have to think of anything. You don't have to write some huge, big, long post. But people want to be motivated and encouraged. Tuesdays, I like to do some sort of tip, or, you could do a recipe, you could do morning routine tip, whatever. And then I take a break on Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, I do something behind the scenes with my business. Maybe it's a FAQ, answering a question. FAQs are the best content ever. Think of every question you get asked in DMs and in Facebook Messenger, and there's your content for the month. Because if someone's asking you a question, 20 other people have that same question, but they're too scared to ask it. So if someone has asked you this question, answer it publicly in a post. There you go. FAQs, they're the best. And then Friday's fluff. No one cares about anything. They want to see you. They want to see like your family. They want to see your favorite coffee shop. They want to see your restaurant that you go to all the time. If it's a national holiday, that's literally the schedule I follow. And then I don't post on Saturdays because my audience is gone on Saturdays. They don't. So if you look at your insights and look at your audience, you can see what days your people are on. Or you can just kind of think about when your ideal client would be on. Are they off on Saturdays and Sundays? Are they really on Monday through Friday? Maybe your ideal client is on Saturday mornings and you want to do that. But that's kind of the like easy content that I tell my clients, because it's just easy kind of manageable content throughout the week. It's not the same thing every day. It's mixing it up. So this person, Britt has this really awesome, I don't have the time, strong headline, because I say that all the time. I don't have time. And I'm sure you guys all hear that from people. I don't have time. It's like, yes, you do. But that strong headline. And if you guys need help with those, I love coming up with them. So DM me if you're like, okay, I'm doing a post about this new program. I have a secret. You want in? I hate it when people do it, but I always read it. And then I quit. Or I was crying in the middle of the bathroom floor. I'm going to read that from beginning to end too. I mean, come on. That's pretty, maybe you were. You might have been crying, but that's a headline that someone would read from top to bottom because they want to know why you were crying. Starting in the middle of the story is great. I did one earlier this year about paying for our mortgage, and I put in quotes and I said, what about the mortgage? And Ryan said, my husband said, yeah, that would be awesome. And so I did it like that. Oh, she's talking about money and mortgages. Wow. Okay. I'm going to read it. So try and think your headline is like the email subject line. What's going to get people to open your email? Think of it that way. Value in the body for sure. Hit them with the tip, with the value, with the story, whatever you're talking about that day. And then your strong call to action. If you pump them up and you get them all excited and then it's nothing, then you got to lead them somewhere. You have to tell people what to do. People are lazy and they don't want to do anything. So you have to say, click the link in my bio. Do you have a morning routine? Do you have a devotional you love? What's your favorite planner? I mean, people could talk about planners and dry shampoo forever, I think. So think about that. Think about different ways you can ask this or that. Are you a planner or are you a a phone calendar girl. Don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. It's past 9. But like those types of this or that questions are great call to actions, and it gets people engaged because likes are great. Comments are king. Comments are where it's at. You want people to comment, and you got to respond. Write this down, 4 or more words. You can't just do a or a thanks. You got to say thank you so much. I use that one a lot. Thank you so much. Another great way that I like to create a relationship with the person who's commenting that maybe I don't know, I like to, if their name is not in their handle, I like to click it and then use their name, and they're like, oh, she went the extra mile, she knows my name. So instead of whatever it is that the name of it is Fit Girl 21, it's like, oh, Lindsay, thank you, Lindsay. It's just like, oh, she looked what my name was. Take the time. It's like customer service. Think about that. So anyways, the not that. Lunches and snacks are prepped for the week. Now to enjoy this day. That's just posting to post. That's awesome. What I would have loved to see in this photo is, here's the recipe. Here are my 5 best meal prep tips. Here are the food groups that I know I need to maintain a healthy lifestyle, whatever. So like that's what I would like to have seen with that picture. I hope that's no one's on this call who did that. That would be bad. Okay. Do this, not that. Okay, so who would you want to be your social media consultant? Smiley girl in the chair or puppy ears? Some people in the past, when I've used this slide, they're like, I kind of want the puppy ears girl. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Puppy ears are fun. But you know what I mean? When you are doing your profile picture on Facebook, especially, I see so many animal ears, and no one's going to take you seriously if you got ears on. I love it for stories. If you want to pop it on, do your thing. But for images, let's keep them smiling. I still added personality. Any Office fans, I have a Shroot Farms shirt on. So I kept my personality. You can't see in this photo, but I have my slippers on. I'm at my house, whatever, smiling picture. But try to be smiling in your bio picture, and with your post images of yourself. Smile all the way. No, I mean, I think it's funny to like some demure, like, no, just smile, be happy. This is another great tip. And I see a lot of people screenshotting quotes to use instead of simply creating them by themselves. So I made up Emily Schwalbach fitness as my little thing, but you can put whatever you want to at the bottom, but then your image is branded and you look super fancy. And I am not fancy. Ask Brittany, I'm not fancy. But all I did was use the app, write this one down, Word Swag, and I'm going to give you all my notes after this. So if you're not writing anything down, don't worry. I'll send it to Meg and Brittany, and you guys could have all these notes that I'm telling you. But I use the app Word Swag, and I take whatever quote it is. If I can find the author, I quote them. I give them credit. You got to do that, because screenshotting and then using it as your own is stealing. So it's not good, but look at the difference between the two. Obviously, the one is screenshotted. It doesn't look clean. It doesn't look like you care. It looks like you're just throwing something up. Great quote. So take the time, sit there. It literally takes me 5 minutes to create that. Add your little handle at the bottom so that when it's shared by other people, your name is at the bottom, not someone else's. So I always like to do that. Okay, so here is some bio stuff. Oh goodness, I didn't look at the chat again. Hold on. 4 times a week. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Farthest from perfect. Okay. No one get nervous. There's no nervousness here. 4 times a week. Does it affect your post if you tag someone in the comments, like intentionally trying to promote engagement by initiating? If you tag someone, no. If you tag someone in the comments, like if you're responding, Meg, if you're responding to them, is that what you're talking about? Like if you initiate it in your post, that's a little aggressive. Wait for someone else to comment. Oh, Meg, yes, thank you. Are you asking a question? Yes, go.
Like if if I like thought of someone specifically while making that post, and I would be like, hey, I thought of you, like to try to create your own engagement. Does it flag you for that? Is that super tacky? Like,
I mean, a little bit. But here's the thing, way to do it. Share it with them send it to them. I can show you when I do some demos on my phone how it'd be like sharing it to your story, but you can just send it to them and be like, Katie, I was thinking of you when I wrote this. I know you had this question. Like, I was thinking of you. Instead of it being like, Katie, I was thinking of you, like for everyone to see, / I'm also trying to get some engagement on here. Can you comment? You know what I mean? Like, I think people will read between those lines. But it's a great way. That's such a good idea, though. I've never even thought about that before, but like writing a post and then being like, hey, I thought of you. That's a really good engagement way to reach out to someone and create that relationship, but definitely don't do it publicly. I got reported once for abusing intellectual property. Oh my, that sounds serious, Megan. Oh my gosh, weird. People are weird. All right, so bio. So I like the not that's. Let's talk about the not that's first because the first one's interesting. I was trying to find different health and wellness ones. Arouse your mind, electrify your body, and seduce your soul. Like, what does that mean? It's a big thing right now for people to get like, I want it, bringing out the badass, sorry if there's kids, like mom superpowers that you have. What do you do? Like, you need to be very clear about what you do. If you're vague and wordy and talk about like mermaids and unicorns, then definitely talk, if that's your jam, wait a second, like wait a bit and add like, I am a mermaid and I love it at like the bottom. But that first line needs to be, I help who? I serve. I create, I support, and who it is that you support, and then how you support them. You want to really talk about the problem that you solve. Brittany, I help women gain confidence with a simple health routine. I know exactly what she does. I love that she says for the real, and she adds some little funs, but over here on the do nots, a lot of times I see people literally listing off itemized notes about themselves, which is awesome. I literally used to have it there too, ring to my husband and the kids and this, and it said nothing about what I did except for social media, like consultant at the top. So you got to talk more. Think of like your mission statement. That's like kind of what it is. This is your billboard for your business. So you really need to take some time, think about the problem that you love to solve the most, and then make sure you add how you solve it, because you'll leave them hanging again. With a fitness routine, with a health routine, with a virtual gym, with a virtual kitchen, whatever your terminology, your verbiage is, use that. And then add some personality. My friend Faith, I like that she does a great job of adding her little wife, mom, AZ down at the bottom, but that's her jam, like her mission statement's right there. I know exactly what she's doing. If you have a freebie, talk about it in your bio. People love free stuff. Freebie, click here, DM me. I have something free, or you got to give a call to action above your link. And if you don't have your website on there, get your website on there, because a lot of people like to creep around and check out pricing and check out your stuff before they even talk to you. So you want to creep too. So give them that opportunity to creep a little bit. And so you need to really make sure you have that on there in a call to action. Remember, tell them. Don't just leave it there. Be like, let's go, let's begin, let's start, whatever. And save all of those things. Like, you don't have to go to my bio to know I'm a mom of 2 boys. Like, you can see it in my posts. You can see it in my stories. You know that I talk about my husband. Like, you can share all that in other ways. I love adding a little personality, but it doesn't need to be your entire bio. And if anyone has any issues with bios, just let me know, because I also really like to do bios. All right, this one's gonna be tough. This is engagement. Engagement is like the new jam for everyone. It's what you should do daily. And what I like to do is a method that, it sounds fancy, it's not, a method that my business partner Shannon came up with, and she just literally told me what she does, and I'm like, you need to patent that. So it's called the 10-10-10 method. You spend 10 minutes on your feed, which is just going through the post, nurturing the feed that you already are following, all those people that you already have relationships with, and the reason why they're showing up in your feed is because Instagram is saying you have a relationship with this person. That's why they're showing up. You really want to nurture that. Then you want to move to stories, and you want to go through the stories. You want to react. Quick reactions are amazing. Send a crying laughing face, send a 100, send a sad, whatever it is. That's such a great way. And then whoop, you are right in those DMs. And you just went like this, and you're in their DMs. It's awesome. You don't have to think about it. You have to be like, ooh, what message should I say? Just start quick reacting to them, and then move to, what coffee creamer is that? You know, and then that's where we get to your spiel. Warm up with them. Don't just right away send that, hey, thanks for following me. Do you have a health and fitness journey? I know that so many people have found a lot of success with that. And if that's your jam, you keep going with that. But people can smell it and sniff it out now. So you can change that to, thanks for following me. I want my page to provide as much value as it can. Anything in particular you want to see? I'm doing a quote tomorrow. Do you like motivational quotes? Or, you know, I love cardio. Are you weights or cardio? You know, something like that, but kind of warm up to it. Don't go right away with that. You can do like your invites. Consider these interactions as those in the starting of your invites. Start the foundation, play the long game, and be patient. People will watch and watch and watch and watch, and you don't know what thing that you're going to post about or share about or do that's going to like finally light the fire and be like, oh my gosh, okay, I really need to reach out to them. Comment on posts. Okay, so sorry, I got ahead of myself. 10-10-10. So the last 10 minutes you're going to spend in hashtags. So you will go to, for me, I like to go into hot mess mom, hashtag hot mess mom, because that just sounds like where my people would be. And I look and I see who's in there. Okay, she looks cool. Double tap. Let's see what she's going on. Do I like her post? I'm going to comment. Okay, am I going to follow her? Maybe. We'll see. That girl, oh my gosh, I got to start following her. She gives great tips about this. Maybe I'll be able to work with her. Who knows what will happen. But by expanding your community, by looking through hashtags of people, it's almost like a dating site, and you've already like niched them down by the club they're in, by the hashtag that they're in. So the hashtags that if they're using hot mess mom, like for sure they won't mind that I'm doing my calls in the playroom. So I already know that we would get along because they're a hot mess mom too. So engagement spent, and that's 30 minutes. Now, what I suggest for my clients is to do this before you post, because Instagram will be like, oh, they're interacting with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And then you post and Instagram will be like, oh, I'm going to pop you in this feed, in this feed, in this feed, in this feed, because you guys were just talking. You guys were just commenting. You guys were just communicating. Oh, Instagram sees your accounts connected, and that way you will be showing up in those people's feeds. So does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions about that? Okay. Stories. I just wanted to give you guys a couple ideas. So length of stories. Don't make videos of you talking too long unless you're providing value. Like, and I'm talking like more than 3 or 4. Like if you're going on and on and on, like we give some sort of value, some sort of, I'm making this dinner, here's this. Some people's apps, the Instagram automatically splices your videos, which is awesome. That used to not happen. But if it doesn't for some reason and you're like, oh, why is it not doing it for my account? Cut Story is a great app, and it'll splice up all your videos for you. If you want to share something that's going to take a lot of stories, consider doing an IGTV. Now, if you create an IGTV, hold on to your seats or whatever that phrase is, you can use the swipe up, because it'll link to your IGTV. So let's say you want to talk about a new program that's coming out. You can talk about it, put it on your IGTV, and then you get to say the fancy thing, swipe up, see my video, I'm talking about this. So if you would like to use that, then you can swipe up and you can swipe them right up to go to your IGTV. So consider doing that if you want to like if you're like, okay, this is going to take more than a few videos. I need to like, make this into an actual IGTV. Value, share something every day that provides value. For you guys, easiest option is showing what you eat. You may think that people get bored of it, but they don't. I literally eat the same thing almost every single day, and I still get comments about it. My brother makes fun of me a lot. He's like, avocado toast and eggs again. And I'm like, yeah, I get so much engagement on it. So shut it. Giving a fitness tip, whatever. Be a resource. Be the person, like grocery hauls. Gosh, I love grocery hauls. I love seeing what's new at Aldi, what's new at Trader Joe's, what Target finds did you get, what this, what that. I think Brittany went through and did all of her Target finds for clothes. And I was like, ooh, fashion show, let's go. Fitness clothes, everything. Teach us about the different products and programs, how they work, why they work. Organization. This is just a preference by me, but when people find out about GIFs, they kind of go crazy. But I would suggest just using one or two, but don't like use 15 because it's like, ugh. You can hide your location in your hashtag unless you want people to see where you are. A lot of people are like, I don't want to share my location, but it's a great way, like hashtags in your post, for a cold market person to come and find you. So for instance, I'm in Indianapolis. I could do Indianapolis, Indiana, tap it twice and make it see-through. And I can show you guys this too. And then pinch it until it gets really small so that it's not on there. I want it to be attached to Indianapolis, Indiana, but it doesn't need to be in my story. Yes, Instagram stories can be real and raw, but there's kind of an art to it a little bit with the text and the where you're putting your fonts and stuff like that. Like there's a little bit of an art to it. You don't want it to be too cluttered that people are like spazzing out when they go to your page, because especially if you're doing a video and there's a GIF and there's like fonts and colors and everything. But I said this too, stick to similar colors on your text to try to match the background. So if you're struggling, I always simply do black and white. It's easy to read. 30% of people watch stories without the sound on. So you need to, Brittany, you have to make sure you're typing out what you're saying. If you're going on a long rant, type out what you're saying. Because a lot of people aren't, they're not listening to you. Sorry. All right, best practices. So posting 4 to 5 times a week, respond to comments, stories at least 3 times a day. If you're new to stories, I'm sorry. If you're dominating in stories, keep it up. Morning, afternoon, night. And the reason why I say that is because you want to keep being that first top circle in everyone's Instagram. When they go open up Instagram, you want to be there again. So posting in the morning and afternoon and night really helps with that you stay top of mind, stay at the top of the feed. Engaging 30 minutes a day, the 10-10-10 strategy. Hashtags. There is no difference between hashtags in your post and hashtags in your comments. But me thinking like there's a lot of psychology that goes with social media marketing. And like if I'm reading someone's post and I'm like, ugh, and then I'm like pumped up about it. And then I see hashtags and I'm like, oh, well, they're using hashtag. Like, I feel like to me, it like throws me off mentally. So I prefer to make it look clean and have it be in the comment, but that doesn't make a difference of how better or worse they are. It doesn't make your post perform better. Content, mix it up, give value, share your story, make it meaningful. All right. I need to go to the chat. Okay. Fitness. Okay. I'm going to go through this, guys. Don't worry. Watching another post 3-4 times a day. Okay. No. You don't need to post 3, 4, 5 times a day. That's stressful. Once a day. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't not, if you've been so used to posting 3, 4 times a day, just cut it down to 1 and just start there. It doesn't actually do well for your account. my partner, Shannon, she manages a ton of accounts, and she has found, she and I both started pulling back a little on our posts just to see. I do my own account is the guinea pig. And we're just not seeing that much drop. We're still increasing, and we're posting 3-4 times a week. But it's because we still show up on stories, we still engage. So doable. Okay. Awesome, Megan. Going up to the 10-10-10. IGTV. So that is in the app. It's like a video. It's like Instagram's trying to get YouTube on here, but you can't go more than 10 minutes. And to me, I think they're trying really hard to get IGTV going, and stories still reign supreme. So if you don't know what IGTV is, then it's not a big deal. You don't need to worry about it. Can you put too many stories? I don't think so. But then again, like if I see someone with like tiny dashes at the top, I'm like, oof, I don't know if I can get through this. You know what I mean? So I think like 20-ish is fine. I'm trying to think of what 20 would look like. Okay. Yeah. Megan said that. Yes. Found my engagement and the amount of views on my page has gone up since I post once a day. Yep. Yeah. Just once a day. So post once a day or 4 times a week. Stories need to be every day, probably 3 a day at least. Okay. Hashtags. So hashtags are a beast all in and of itself. It just is. So what you want to do is find hashtags that have 200,000 or less. I'm going to plug in my phone. It's just easier to show you this way. Because if you use too big of hashtags, then you won't be found. All right. So like, let's say fitness. Fitness motivation. I'm sorry, but you're not going to show up in something that has 71.8 million posts. However, if you find...
Wait.
What?
Meg and I are mind blown. How are you doing this?
Oh, how am I doing this right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sharing my screen through the cable.
So you just plug your phone into the computer?
And so when you click share, you can do iPhone through the cable, and I just have it plugged in to the computer.
Mind
you
blown.
guys made me feel very fancy right now.
You are so fancy.
I have
fancy.
so many technical
Fancy.
issues. That just made my day. Okay, so fitness time, 5:48. We really want to get it down lower to that, but your likelihood of showing up in fitness time over fitness motivation would be better. But like, let's see about fitness coach. 2.2 million. Fitness coaches, 17.8. That would be a great one for you to be in. Let's think. Hot mess mom, 200K, beautiful. So what you want to, and the best thing about this is when you find one you really like and that it's in the 200,000 or less, look at these right here. You can go through a little hashtag hole because you just keep going. Mom and Ain't Easy, 384. That's another great one. Let's see. Okay, these are good. Some of the new mom ones are in loops. If you have been invited to a loop or a pod, just say no to loops and pods. They don't work. All you'll do is show up in each other's feeds. It's not helpful. Yeah, it'll boost your engagement, but it's your engagement with the people in your pod. So don't do that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I keep not looking at the chat. How are you sharing your phone like this? Okay. Yes, a ton. I've been getting so many loops and pods. And guys, honestly, when people use them in, when you're looking for these hashtags, I think one, moms supporting moms. Yeah. So this one was just in a loop and I was so angry about it. See? Now I can't use this one and I love it because I love moms supporting moms. And I can't use it because this chick used it in her thing. And what Instagram doesn't like is you trying to get around anything. They don't like third-party apps that help you grow your account. They don't like any tricks of you trying to do it more. It's like, guys, it's like your programs. When people want that magic pill, there's no magic pill to creating an engaged community on Instagram. You got to put in the work. That's just what it is. So that is how I find hashtags for my clients, and for myself. And you go through and you find them. Okay, I'm gonna look at the chat again. How do you get caught in a loop? You don't get caught in them, Claire, but people will ask you to join them, and just say no. People might comment on your posts, and with that you say thank you so much because they gave you a comment and we like that, but say no thank you. So I think I was sassy and responded to one today because they were like, hey, can you be in a loop? And I said something super snarky. What did I say? Hi there, I'd love to invite you to an upcoming mega loop. I said, no, thank you. Loops are in hashtags and Instagram frowns upon them. And respond to robots because it's a comment. Creepy dudes, probably block them, but like also it's a comment. Sorry. But that is how I find hashtags for my clients. You want to stay in that 200, 500K around there, because if you go more than that, then you're not showing up. And you think, are people even looking at them? Yes. Instagram search is like Google. People look for photographers there, fitness coaches, anything. Like they find communities and people they want to meet and connect with. So it is truly like a Google search bar. What's your unfollow method to keep your following number low? I don't really, here's my thing. I don't really worry about that. The people that I follow, like I just do. I mean, if you don't like someone, then if you're going through your newsfeed, like randomly Instagram changed their algorithm and I was like, who are these people? If you want to go to use the followers app and see people who you're following that they're not following you back, which is kind of hurtful. I got my feelings very hurt, so I don't like using that app. So they're like personal friends from Indy, and I'm like, oh, they don't just mute me for goodness sakes. But I don't really get wrapped up in that. I don't keep track of people follow, all that jazz. I just work on putting out content that's valuable and really connecting to the people who comment on, who watch my stories and who comment on my posts. Like those are the people you want to really concern yourself with. The app isn't working for me. I have been unfollowing one time a week with the app followers. Oh, really? I'm not like here, that's not my specialty. If you want to, here, I'm going to show you.
No, like physically the app like always says it's not working right now. But if the app was working for me, that's what I was doing. But right now the app on my end tells me it's not working. So I don't want to say the app's not working.
I forgot that was you because it says Meg's name.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's Shannon's handle right down there. And if you want to ask her about this, she is that person followed me and then they followed me and then they unfollowed me 2 days later. Like I should be, because it's what I should know more, but I don't. As you can tell, I'm very businessy. Yeah, I just don't have time for that, but she gets super fired up and like, yeah, that's a go get 'em, Tiger. Does anyone have any questions? I just realized what time it was and I talked a lot and very fast. But I'll send my slides to Meg and to Brittany and all my notes that I have. Yes, Meg, I know. I've only done it one time. It made me so sad. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
No, this was super helpful. I think it was just, this is what it needs to be. We overcomplicate things so much and we just need to like dumb it down. And like, that's what she's done for me. Like with everything else going on, she kind of helps me dumb down my Instagram so that I can focus on the stuff that I'm better at. But Yes, this was great. I even have some notes written down, which is so cool. And I think this
Oh,
is definitely a training that can be repeated, you know, because there wasn't like, this is what you need to do for this Instagram algorithm right now. It's just, this is how you show up. This is how you be you. This is how you build your business so that it's fun for you, that it's enjoyable for you, so that it doesn't feel salesy, which is probably everyone on here had that hesitation. I don't want to be salesy. Well, this is one way to do that. Like, build your social media so that you don't come off as salesy in your story.
And share so much value that when you do offer something and you do promote something, it's totally welcomed because of all the free stuff you've been telling us all week. So when I say, hey, I have an event coming up, people aren't like, gross. Yeah. That is so gross. Like, because I literally gave 5 tips on how to do flat lays or how to, do what hashtags you should use earlier in the week. So that's why you want to give so much value. And I am not a good salesman. I'm not a good salesperson, but that's creates that drive to you when it positions yourself as an expert. So people are like, oh, she actually knows what she's doing. And 2, when you do talk about the business stuff, it doesn't come off gross. No one wants to be gross. You guys, this is like making my life. Thank you for all the comments.
No, so good, so helpful. I'm so appreciative of your time.
This is my handle. Send me any DMs. I just put it in the chat, but send me any DMs if you're like, ugh, my bio stinks. I need a refresh. I'll send you some ideas or whatever you guys need.
Good deal. Maggie, you got it? Recording?
Yes. Yep. Emily, thank you so much. This is amazing. And my mind is literally still blown that you just like pulled your phone up like that. Like, what? Like, where have I been?
I am so tech savvy. It's just.
We texted each other. She's like, wait, what? I'm like, I don't know.
How did she do that? Okay. Well, guys, put that stuff into practice and just go with it. Okay. All right, Emily, thank you so much.